Yo, Manny, are you ready for this?
Yes.
You ready for like...
I'm a pansy.
Yes, you're a pansy. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Are you ready for this as well, Ivan? Even though you're... He's not even going. My name is Ben Brinton, and today, as I promised, I'm gonna be doing a concert vlog video, and I got Manny involved.
Hello there.
Nothing different about me, is there? Nah. Nothing. It's like obvious.
No, it's not red at all.
Nah, nothing. But basically, I'll be taking some videos of us going to the concert, and obviously videos there. We'll go into a panel before that though, which is associated with it, and it's basically like a meet-up thing with like Yungblud.
Yeah, we'll try and get some footage for that as well.
Yeah, we'll try and get some footage for it. And then afterwards, after all that footage, I'm going to be doing some with my own reviews of the performances that I see. So I will see you guys in a bit. Bye. Okay, boy, we're going to run. We're going to get to the pass.
Yeah, come on.
Jesus Christ. Okay. Hey, Manny. Alright, so we literally just made it here. I'm here with Manny, and I'm here with Robin as well. Yeah, this is what it looks like. We're literally like this close at the front, so this is going to be amazing.
Crazy because I still can't even like see this thing, you know what I'm saying? Because it was never about being like, oh mate, I'm fucking famous as fuck. It's like, it was never about that. It was just literally, I know it sounds weird, but it was just finding your own, because like, it was my last chance. You know what I mean? And that's all it's ever going to be about. If it becomes me and you instead of us, then I've failed. You know what I mean? That's not what it's about. I can't stress enough what it's about. Except that it's about connecting to each other and being a community. Do you know what I mean?
Especially in this climate as well.
Especially, man, because like, and I say that on my shows, I'm like, look around yourselves. In fact, do it right now. Everyone put your arms around each other. Right now. If you don't know, come on. Turn to each other right now. Ready? And say, I love you.
I love you.
One more time, I love you.
I love you.
That's what it's about.
Will you marry me?
And I don't know, that was hard. And it gets hard when you're kind of like on the road all the time and kind of just constantly like somewhere and on a flight and then blah 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 blah. But it's kind of sick that I've got Adam and Mikey all the time because they're just my best mates.
Legends.
Do you know what I mean? And I think it's we have had setbacks, and everyone has setbacks. Everyone kind of, sometimes you don't reach what you thought you would do in your head because you have this perception of what you think something should be. But as I say, like, we're almost kind of bulletproof, all of us, because I've got Adam and Mikey, I've got you lot. Like, what can possibly go wrong? Because it's like, it's not from a place of something false. We're just all people. Do you know what I mean?
Yes. And you get strange looks. What do you think? Like, people are just looking at you like, what the fuck's this guy doing? Like,
I just smile back. It's like walk up to me like, hello!
Do it right in their face, like, hello!
Yeah, exactly, you've got it. Do you know what I mean?
Okay, anyone
who
else?
wants the mic?
Other questions? Pink hat, can we go pink hat back here?
What's your go-to pizza topping?
I'm probably gonna get crucified for this. I like pepperoni. I like ham and pineapple as well.
Yes!
Finally, God, I knew we were.
Anybody else? Anybody else?
Oh, yeah? We'll come down. Don't worry.
All right. As you pointed out the shirt,
Yeah.
I gotta ask, what do you think of the Cure?
Look at my haircut. Oh,
Smith 2.0.
flat out. I love it. I love them. Absolutely.
The shirt's got feeling
In
pretty
between days in the fairy song.
down here.
Yes.
My question is super boring.
Okay.
Most of them, do you drive?
Do I don't. Literally.
You get chauffeured.
No, I don't get chauffeured. I don't get bloody chauffeured.
Can I just clear something up? He gets chauffeured.
I moved out of London at 15. You can't drive till you're 17, so I was getting on the tube and walking around, getting on trains, and then just never learned how to drive. I want to though.
None of the people
You'll
everywhere.
be scatting.
He gets trains.
Yeah, bro, can you imagine me driving? It's a good thing I don't drive. I just be like,
You just be blaring your own tunes out the
I
window.
just be driving the car and be like, oh look, a balloon. You know what I mean?
Okay, did you have a question?
Oh, it's my
There you
phone.
go. Go.
Just like at a bar, Mum.
Yes.
Please can you look after yourself?
Yeah, I will.
Oh.
I will, I promise.
Okay,
Thank
so
you.
yeah, my guy at the back here.
Great haircut.
How'd you get with the ADHD? Because I really fucking struggle and everyone hates me.
What's the mood?
You know, I just kind of like, I know I keep repeating myself and sound like a broken record, but I found you lot. Do you know what I'm saying? And just stay close to your mates, because at the end of the day, people who don't like you for who you are not meant to be in your life, and they're not the right people. Do you know what I mean? If they don't like you for you, then they're just not the right people.
How old are you?
Just sneer at them.
17.
Yeah, trust me, the people you know now, you won't know them in 5 years.
Bro,
Trust me.
oh, wow. Yeah, I just think, yeah.
Okay, sorry guys, we haven't got long.
Whoa! Whoa! Alright, so we just left the meetup thing. It was fantastic. Yes, absolutely. We asked him questions. He talked a bit about the music. I put the clips up. I'll put some photos up as well.
His dingle was showing through his jumpsuit.
Yeah.
It was a reasonable size.
Yeah.
It was a reason.
That was a very reasonable size.
Yeah. We were able to take a photo of him as well, and he even pointed out my Cure shirt too. It was amazing. I'll have more footage about the concert and that later on. Goodbye. Alright, you're probably not going to be able to hear me that well, but we're inside at the moment. I'm with Manny. See him. Pale Waves are up first. This is the one I've been looking forward to the most, alright? So I'll see you guys in a bit.
This thing doesn't even get going until everyone comes forward and makes a really intense crowd up in here, alright? So if you're at the back right now, if you're chilling out, you know, feeling the energy, don't come forward, fill the space, let's get this thing bubbling. Plymouth, you realise how sick this lineup is, sir? Sick. Fancy 10 lining. Yungblud. We've got the Amazons here. First up, though, I've got to introduce you to this band that I love. I think it's absolutely brilliant. I've seen it rise from the very depths all the way to the top. I'm talking, let's just play in the Olympic Stadium with views.
My friends
This band are on their way to the top, there's no doubt about it. If you've not seen them before, you're going to dance, you're going to cry, because this thing's going to be so emotionally good. Ladies and gentlemen,
Yes! 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 Come on! Yes! 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 Oh shit, look at this, look at this. Yes! 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 Go on, Emma! Yes!
interview.
We waited outside for a bit, and Pairways are outside. You know, this is amazing. Fantastic. Just catching the last part of the episode. Yungblud!
Alright man, what's going on? Strawberries.
Okay, so we're pretty sure that this is kind of like the end. We might see the rest of we might see some of Vaccines possibly. That's the boy there.
Hey, I'm Magnus.
Hello.
Check out my music. I'm called Magnus Forfin. Demo should be going on SoundCloud.
Fuck off.
Go for it. Yes. Manny, what was your favourite artist that played?
Pale Waves!
Same here, Pale Waves.
Yungblud!
Sorry?
You went back in, or you?
And Yungblud.
I might go back in, I'm not sure yet.
Yo,
How about you?
man.
No. How about you, Dylan? What's your favourite artist played?
Yungblud, then Pale Waves.
Yeah. Robin, what's your favourite band that played?
Obviously my favourite is Yungblud, but band-wise, Pale Waves are fucking amazing.
Yes, boy. Yeah, as you can tell, fantastic night. And yeah, I'll be doing some more clips in a bit, like possibly tomorrow, maybe, I don't know. Good night, and I'll see you guys in a bit. Alright, hello. It is the next day, and yeah, as you can tell, I am quite tired. Was last night fantastic though? Of course it was. It was a great night, honestly. And as you can tell from the clips, a lot of stuff happened. A lot of very surprising things too. But I'm just going to start off at the beginning. So we initially started, like, we met up, me, Manny and Robin, as you guys saw earlier from the clips, and we went to this panel, which was a sort of like a Yungblud in conversation thing, talking about, like, you know, how he became a musician, how he, like, got up through his career and all that kind of stuff. And we were able to ask him a few questions. I asked him, like he pointed out, I'm not wearing it right now, I don't know why I'm going to point it out, but I wore a Cure shirt, and he pointed it out and said it was a great band. So I asked him, you know, what did he think of them? And he also said it was an awesome band. And he also said his favourite song from them was In Between Days, which is awesome. I actually bumped into him a couple of times that night, like one time we were outside, he was just running across. He was like running around, and then like Manny was like, "Oh hey," and he just waved at us and he recognised us. And he's like, yeah, he's like, "Sup dudes, like hope you enjoy the performance later on." It's great. But yeah, after that we went off to Pavilions, and we ended up going to see Pale Waves first. This was the band I was looking forward to the most. They're an incredibly underrated synth pop group in a way. I'd say synth pop, but they're like, yeah, actually, synth pop would be like the best term for them. I've always like stuck up for them. They've been kind of a band which I think has gotten a little bit too much hate in my opinion, and I just love their sound a lot. It's very beautiful. The lyrics are fantastic in their songs, and I did enjoy their debut album a lot. And yeah, they were the first act to play, and no surprise, their performance was fantastic. They play about 5 songs. 18 they started off with, and then I think they did Television Romance, and then trying to think afterwards. They did Red and One More Time, and then they finished off with There's Honey. So it's like 5 songs set, but it was still very, very good. And it got made up for a bit afterwards, because if you guys pay attention to the clips, you'd notice that, well, we met the band. We were waiting outside the pavilions with a couple other people, waiting around. One of the staff members were around, so we were like, I think Manny or somebody else asked them, like, "Oh hey, can you try and see if Pale Waves can come outside?" And he said, "Oh, well, we'll have a look." Waited around for like 10 minutes. We were just like, we weren't too hopeful, but then suddenly Heather Baron Gracie, she comes outside. She's the singer of the group, if you guys don't know, and all the other band members come outside, and it was amazing. I put up some photos of it, but yeah, they were great people to talk to. It's like, it's hard to forget, you know, that you know, it's easy to forget that you know, behind like people playing, they are actual people, and they were some very nice people, I thought. Very funny too. I asked them about, like, you know, the Muse concert they did at London. My friend, he went to it. He did, like, Heather, she described like the stage as like really big, and she just felt kind of like awkward about it. Yeah, it was awesome. I got a couple of photos of them as well. I already mentioned that. Then afterwards, we just, like, we were already like quite far into the Amazon set because we were waiting outside for Pale Waves and talking to them. So we decided just to watch the rest of the Amazon set. So we didn't catch that much of it, but from what But from what we heard from other people, it was really good. And the last parts that we did here, they were actually pretty good. I'm probably gonna like try and give them more of a chance, like some other time by listening to their music. But yeah, they sounded really good live. Yungblud was afterwards. Yungblud is a musician that I still kind of am a bit conflicted on him, but like even though I may not like all of his studio stuff that much, live he sounds so much better live because he's got this like commanding energy on stage and he's able to and he interacts with the fans quite a bit. He's a very fun artist if you want to like jump around. In fact, there was like a mosh pit during a set. And yeah, it was a very enjoyable set. And then afterwards, the back scenes. We went outside a bit as well just to try and see if we could meet Yungblud, but we did. I'll show up more photos as well. But yeah, the back scenes, we caught like a couple of their songs. Like the back scenes I've known about for a very, very long time. They're the band I've definitely known the longest out of the set list. And I've always enjoyed their songs. Like I admit I haven't really listened to an album from them, but all the singles I've heard through my childhood and that is they sound really good, and they were really good live. I should mention all the the staging for the bands was fantastic, especially the Amazons. I think the Amazons had like the best stage setting, I think. But yeah, the vaccines were great, and pretty much all the musicians were great live. There wasn't really too many technical issues at all. It all sounded very nice, and they all showed off a really great performance. But yeah, after there's a bit of footage afterwards, after all of this concert stuff and that, of like this of a panel. It was actually today. I went to it was only just me, and it was a panel about like music, like just being different pretty much, and how to like get through it and all that. And Kira, the drummer of Pale Wave, she was there. She's like my favorite member of the band. I talked to her quite a bit like afterwards. Like I was walking home, and she was in the same pathway as me, and she recognized me from last night. She's like, "Oh hey," and obviously this morning. So we talked a little bit about like the music and what's going on and all that stuff. And yeah, it was great. She was a very nice person. And in fact, I also got a ticket signed from Yungblud upstairs, but I got this here. This is in my hand, but that's Kira's signature right there. Very nice. She's very nice to do that. And I got a couple more photos of her as well. And also last night, I was going to try and get this signed, but I wasn't able to, but I wasn't too bothered by it at all, because, all of that stuff happened. I was able to get My Mind Makes Noises by Pale Waves, obviously, on vinyl, because they were selling shirts and vinyl. I didn't have enough for a shirt, but the vinyl, obviously, I brought. But yeah, I honestly would try, I would recommend this album with caution, just because, I understand why people can't really get into them, but I mean, I love them. They're like a great synth band. It's all about, most of their stuff's about relationships, so, it depends on whether or not you can stomach that kind of stuff or not. But I personally can. The cool thing is that this is on a clear vinyl, which it didn't say anything, like, on the wrapping and that. It said nothing about it being on clear vinyl at all. So I was very happy about that. But yeah, last night and today was fantastic. I hope MTV does something like this next year, and it was just a fantastic time. And I thank anyone that came, Manny, Robin, Dylan, my mate from earlier that I made a friend earlier at Pavilions. He did a little shout thing to his SoundCloud. I forget his name at the moment, but I apologise. My brother, obviously, his friend Leon, and just all the other people I met there. It was a great time. I would, if you guys are able to go to something like this that MTV's done, then I would recommend it. My name's Ben Britton, and this video is going to be very long, and I will see you guys later. Goodbye.